I'm driving, so I'm going to look straight forward so I don't give any of you guys anxiety. No, actually, one of the things I wanted to talk about today, and not a lot of professionals talk about this, is sex after D-Day, sex after infidelity, sex after cheating, broken trust, so forth. Now, I've already done countless videos on the triggers of sex. I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about the actual performance of sex after D-Day. And here's the deal. So many times, and I'm going to just use a male-female example, could be whoever, but a male-female example. So many times what happens is that the male, after an affair or after a discovery of acting out, cannot perform. And so what happens is they will give their female even more additional insecurities because they're already thinking, well, geez, was my waist not small enough? And they're comparing bust size and they're comparing looks and all this other figures. And so basically now they're like, well, geez, they got all the sex from my boyfriend, my husband, my partner, whatever. And they look like this, and they were younger, and they were smoother, and they were, bitten, what have you. And now when it comes to me, my husband can't even perform. And one of the things I'll just say is this. Number one, our biggest sex organ is between our ears, okay? It's not between our legs. Our biggest sex organ is between our ears. What does that mean? That means that when you are stimulated emotionally and mentally and physiologically and spiritually and all that stuff, that's when you're going to be turned on. So what happens is that a lot of times when males come to the bedroom and they have guilt and shame and embarrassment, that's going to hinder their performance. That's number one. Number two, if a male knows that all day long they were called names and they were put down and they were disrespected and degraded, they cannot come to the bedroom all hard, cool, and collected. Two. Number three, if a male knows, okay, I'm going to be active now, but I know that after the act, my spouse, my girlfriend, my whatever is going to be triggered, and then because she's triggered, she's going to start asking me all these questions, that's going to hinder performance. Or I know that, tomorrow is our chat day when we chat about the infidelity, and they're going to ask all kinds of questions, and she's going to scream at me and she's going to argue. These are things that are going to be going through the male's brain. That's going to affect performance. Now, aside from all of this, there's obviously Cialis, there's Viagra, there's shot treatment. There's a bunch of different things if there's some other more severe things that are constricting or restricting sexual activity. But just know, in order for a male to be stimulated, for his body to react to that stimulation, he's got to feel desired and admired and like the king of his castle. And I get it. You're sitting here like, screw that. And I don't disagree with you, but I'm just saying, don't take it personally if he can't perform. If you guys are arguing every day and he's being asked, why did he do this and why did he do that, and let me call you names, and you're a blank hole and you're disgusting and you did that, okay, now perform for me. Oh, you can't perform for me? That's because I'm not beautiful. That's because you don't love me. That's because I don't turn you on the way she did. No, really has nothing to do with that. It's that a male really has to feel like he's he is the king of his castle. This is his, he's Rocky. He's, and I know that's the last thing you want to do is make your man feel that way when he hurt you so bad. And I'm not even telling you you have to do that. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying this is the reality. If a man doesn't feel good about himself, his body will not respond. And if his body does not respond, it's nothing to do with you in terms of your looks and your attractiveness and how attracted they are to you. It's that, am I going to deal with the questions and the screaming and the name calling and all this other stuff right afterwards? If yes, my body is not going to respond to that. So I really hope this helps you out. I don't want you to personalize anything as far as you're not attractive, you're not good enough, you're not beautiful. You are, but his body's not going to respond to anxiety, anticipatory anxiety. So the more you know.